Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome to my channel if you're new to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're not new to my channel. I know, my backdrop isn't the best yet, but I'm figuring it out. I'm still getting accustomed to the new setting, and I'm making sure everything looks nice. Yeah, that's it. Before we get started into this video, please go check out my other Claudia Conway video. It tells more in depth what is going on in the situation, as well as the background of Claudia and her parents. Of course, that video also has to do a lot with the party during COVID, so keep that in mind. That was filmed a couple months ago, and although I'm still pretty upset that Claudia did this, this is a much more severe situation and much more traumatic, and it's about something completely different. So although you might dislike Claudia Conway for throwing the party, for influencing that in a bad way and how she responded to that, you cannot deny that in this situation, the alleged situation that's going on with Claudia and her family and her mom is a lot more severe, and it needs a lot more attention, and this girl does not deserve it. So to make this video a little more lighthearted and to kind of make it a little more informative while also relaxed, I will be doing a get ready with me and kind of film while I talk, and it'll be a little more relaxed. Everything that I'm claiming in this video is alleged. It is solely for educational purposes, and there is no hate to anyone involved. Do I have to throw that disclaimer? And before I get started, please go check out all my other social media. I've got Instagram, Snapchat, Depop, Twitter, Pinterest. I don't know if I have my Spotify list. Annahein. Let's get into the Claudia Conway situation. So, of course, in this video, I'm going to be doing my makeup, but I also just kind of want to pin my hair back because I noticed that I play with it a lot if I don't pin it back during videos. So we're going to do that. So if you don't know who Claudia Conway is, she is a TikToker, and that is how she got her kind of fame on the internet. That's how she became sort of an influencer. She's got a couple million on TikTok, and she's known for being a younger Tana Mongeau. I don't love that comparison just because Tana Mongeau is very problematic and she's got a lot of issues. I think I'm going to be making a truth behind Tana Mongeau just because she desperately needs one. And I really don't like that comparison in this situation. I think she has the quality that Tana does, where she's very loud-spoken and outgoing and says what's on her mind and really doesn't give a doesn't care what anyone thinks about her. I do think she has that sort of trait that Tana Mongeau has. However, I think she's more aware than Tana in some cases. Not in all cases, but I do think she's a little more aware than Tana, a little more knowledgeable, and isn't as ignorant. She does say some ignorant things, like how she talks about police and how she addresses certain biases and certain disparities. However, I don't think she is as bad as Tana. If that makes any sense. So when people are like, oh, she's the new Tana, I think she's more improved than Tana, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion on that. And she started her fame mostly because she was talking about her mom. Now, if you don't know who her mom is, that's a really key factor in this whole story. And she used to work for Donald Trump, and Claudia actually did get her fame while she was working for Donald. And because Claudia was getting so much attention on the internet exposing her mother and Donald Trump, her mother actually ended up quitting from working for Donald, which is, important, a key factor. When she started exposing her mom working for Donald Trump, she also would throw around the fact that her home life situation wasn't the best, that at her house, her family didn't treat her the best. And this is when it was first coming out, people just thought it was disagreements based on politics. No one really, a few people did, but no one fully understood the severity of the situation, so they just kind of assumed that the family had disagreements on politics, thus Claudia was ready to get out. And I think when it first hit for me was when Elijah Daniels was joking about making a content house and calling it alt TikTok, something like that. And Claudia was one of the people that got in, and she said, I just need to move somewhere. I just need to get out of my house. And people just kind of like joked around it, but I think that's one of the red flags where we should have started kind of realizing that her at-home life wasn't great, because she wanted to do everything to get out of that house, willing to move to other people's homes, strangers, anything to get out of the situation that she was currently in. I think a lot of people at that point should have just started helping her, but I also think that at that point there was nothing that could be done because her mother was still pretty powerful. Moving right along, the whole party thing happened. She kind of apologized. She kind of blamed it on her mom, said that her mom did everything that we could. But I think another red flag for me there, looking back at it now, not like at the time, but another red flag for me there was the way she kind of talked about it in the situation, and the way she was trying to like get the guilt completely off her mom. And although Claudia was a kid and she was a teen and she still had some fault in that situation because she just wanted to like be along with the bride and like have the party, I get all of that. The way she excused her mom in that situation and was like, well, my mom did nothing wrong. She did the best that she could. She followed all the guidelines. It was the people who just showed up. She did everything to clear her mom's name. And at that point, I think that she was helping her mom so that her mom's image was good. And I think her mom was forcing her to do that. I don't think that was a personal choice from Claudia, just because of the way that things are unfolding now. Moving right along, Claudia's kind of been silent on the internet, not really talking about many things, until a couple weeks ago, or not even a couple weeks ago, recently, she started posting some videos of alleged BUSE from her mother. And this was after, I forgot this important thing, but this was after it came out that her father had left the family, who also works in politics, had left the home and left Claudia and her sister with the mom, and he like was nowhere to be found. And Claudia was not doing well. You could tell she was pretty like, not trauma, yeah, maybe she was. I think she was very traumatized by the whole situation, and I don't think she expected her father to leave the household. And I think that really did freak her out, because I think in some ways he was her like safe, I wanted to say like safety net, but I don't know if he necessarily was a safety net, but I think he was just more of the protector in the home. And I think it really did freak Claudia out that he all of a sudden was gone. So she was going through that, and after that she posted videos of her mother allegedly saying some pretty nasty things, one of those being included, "You're lucky I was pro-life," which ensues that she would have, gotten rid of Claudia if she could have. She threatens Claudia. She even like does that to Claudia, and it is very obvious that Claudia is not okay in these videos. And this was during the time that, again, reversing and jumping back, because a lot of people seem to forget about this, a couple weeks after her party was the Rose Garden ceremony for the new Supreme Court judge Donald Trump had picked. And of course, Claudia Conway, being in the scene of politics, went to this ceremony and gotten COVID like a bunch of other politicians, and thus gave it to Claudia, who was a lot more severe, had a lot more severe reactions to COVID than her mother did. Scary things. And she's wearing a mask in these videos, and she's coughing, and she's not doing well. And she went on live. This was at that time period, not in this past week. She was on live, and she was like saying things in Pig Latin, basically like pleading for help, that her mom didn't believe her, that she had COVID, and that like she needed help, needed to go to a doctor. She's also like signing things for help, and she's just not doing well. And I think that's just concerning in itself, because the girl was sick and her mom wasn't taking care of her. Like, politics aside, image aside, you help your child when they're sick. So one of the videos that was released in this past week, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but everything's kind of entangled and entwined and a little more difficult to explain. One of the videos that she posted, it's from that time period where she had COVID, and she's coughing, and her mother's like, "Stop faking it, like you're just doing this for attention, you just have like a mental illness, and your social media is not going to be around forever, like they will forget about you, the next headlines come around, they'll forget about you." Again, all alleged. Claudia posted these. These are obviously not on the internet, or not on Claudia's TikTok anymore. They are on the internet. And after these were posted, these got spread like wildfire, and media started getting involved and posting things, and that's when Claudia made the statement, "I'm not on the internet anymore. It wasn't of my own free will. It was because I was forced off the internet." And she posted this, and this was public. She said she did not want to leave social media, that she wanted to stay on social media, and if her parents forced her off, it wasn't because she wanted to, it was because they forced her. So that statement was posted, and people took it really seriously. I think this is when people again started realizing that this child really needed help. So that got posted, and this is where the serious stuff came down. So all the videos of her getting hurt were taken down, and Claudia was basically putting out a statement like, "I just don't want to see it anymore. People don't believe me. Like, I don't want to have to deal with this anymore." Oh no, my brush broke. How sad. She was like, "I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want people to make fun of me anymore. This isn't my fault, but I feel like it is. So I just want to stop dealing with it." And people kind of took this as like her breaking point. I kind of took it more like, guess who forced it to take it down? Oh God, oh no. Well, I'm crazy blush today. So I assume that Kellyanne kind of forced her to take it down just because I didn't realize this was so pigmented. I kind of assumed that Kellyanne kind of forced her to take it down, again, allegedly, just because she didn't seem like herself in that video, but she also seemed done with the world. Like, she looked sad. She looked like a child that was broken and hurt, and I just, at that point, realized, like, she needs more help, and people need to spread more awareness about this. So that's when I made my first video series, and I kind of talked about it, and that's, I think, when things started to get even worse. So she wasn't really posting until, well, she was posting. Claudia was posting during this time, but in one of her videos late at night, some people started commenting, "Kellyanne just posted your pictures of you, like you revealed." Remember, she's a kid. I said this at the beginning. She is a minor. On Twitter. So it was like the Twitter Reels, which is like the Instagram stories for whole nother situation. Don't know why that exists. But she posted that, and it was very revealing. First of all, the picture is not like a screenshot. It's someone taking a picture of someone else's private phone, which is illegal in itself to have that. And it is very revealing, just only of the top. And it's a very weird picture to post on the internet, first of all. But second of all, it seems like it was posted, again, allegedly, because Claudia was kind of ruining her mom's image, and her mom was like, "Look, I can retaliate and post something for you." Claudia now claims that someone hacked her mom's phone and posted that picture and took that picture. But to me, it seems weird, first of all, that the mom has that picture. But it also seems like, why would the hacker post just that picture? Wouldn't they also post tweets? Wouldn't they also post messages? Of course, all like that is deleted now. Please don't go searching for it. It is a minor's pictures. Like, you don't want to, first of all, be in hell holding that. Second of all, why do you want to spread that around more and just like have a child's like private things be spread all over the internet? So please don't go looking for that picture. So that was posted, and Claudia, of course, kind of reacted on the internet when she first saw it, and it was like at 2 a.m, so it was pretty late. And she kind of goes like, "My mom didn't post that, like, you're joking." And then she's like, "Wait, I found it. She posted that." And she goes, "Mom, you're gonna go to jail." Like, she's obviously like reacting very seriously. And people have found out where Claudia's area is, so that people have started calling police and notifying the police and saying like, there is a child being hurt in there. There's a child whose parents aren't caring about her in there. And more police kept showing up. And this is where she called Tana Mojo, and she was on the phone with Tana for a couple hours on FaceTime. And a portion of this is posted on Tana's IGTV, where you can kind of see the mom yelling at Claudia, telling her that she has mental illness, that no one will ever believe her, that she's all doing this for attention, no one actually cares about her. And it's kind of sad. Like, in the video, you can tell, like, Claudia is very done, and like, she just is like hurt and beaten again. Like, the beaten dog is what you feel when you watch that. So those get posted on Tana's IGTV, and Claudia keeps posting videos basically saying like, my mom didn't do this, like there's a way that a hacker did this. And this is where, after she calls Tana, the police keeps getting called. The police keeps getting called. So when she's on the phone with Tana, a police officer sees that Claudia's phone is on and on a FaceTime call, so he hangs it up and does not let anyone hear what was going on. By the way, this is the look I'm going to be imitating today, so we're going to trust the process and see if I can do this. It is like a lid with a crease of a like glitter shadow, and I'm using the Fade into Hue ColourPop shadow. Hold ColourPop accountable. I bought this before I learned more about the situation with how they are posting. Anyway, that's a whole nother video in itself. If you want me to talk about that, I'll talk about that. But the way they treat African-American women and dark-skinned women, I just found out about all of that, and I will be banning. I will be avoiding them until they fix that. Claudia, then I'm gonna hold a mirror up on the side just so I can see better, because I'm a little blind and I can't see from far away. So I'm gonna hold this right here, and that's what I'm looking at, but I'm not gonna block the camera view. I do that sometimes where I block the camera. So after that call late at night, no one really heard of Claudia all night, and people were getting concerned again. People were trying to talk about it, and she deleted all the videos talking about the situation, about her finding out that her mom posted those receipts, about basically everything. She deleted all of it and wasn't really talking about it until at 8 in the morning, or not 8 in the morning. It was really early in the morning though. It wasn't 8. She posted a couple videos where she's not in her normal setting. She's not in the room that she always films in. She's in like a little like office. It's like a weird little space. She's in a little office and she is looking off to the side. She's not like looking at the camera. She's like frantically looking to the side, and she's basically stating, me and my family will be taking a break from the internet. Rewind back to where I said earlier that if she's taking a break from the internet, it's forced. And she's basically stating like, me and my mom fight like sisters, but we also like, or fight like mom and daughter, but we also like love like mom and daughter. And she's basically pulling back everything she had stated in the past like 24 hours and basically stating that it was all a mistake. And morning of, she posts those videos and she has not been heard from or seen from again by anyone on the internet. Now, I am in a couple group chats with a couple TikTok creators, and many of them have been trying to reach out to Claudia with no avail, no response. No one can find her really. No one really knows if she's okay. No one knows anything because her mother has taken her away basically from the internet. Also, in this time period, Claudia's father, who again hasn't been in the house, hasn't been involved with the family in a really long time, by long time I mean a couple weeks, post Claudia's like response to everything where she's like looking around and looking side to side. That video gets posted on her dad's Twitter account where he's like, Claudia just wanted me to post this. It's just a weird way to handle that and post that, and I'm not really surprised, to be honest, because he seems like he's avoiding the whole family. But at the same time, it's also really weird because why isn't he helping? Maybe he's in on the things that Claudia's mom is doing to her, and maybe that's why he left. However, I'm just, again, weirded out by this whole situation. Oh God, all my brushes are falling. We have not heard from Claudia. We have not seen anything. I don't even think Tana's heard from Claudia, and Tana has her private number and her, a way to contact her that many people don't have. No one has truly heard from Claudia since that time period. Remember, this is a child that reached out to CPS for help. She has tried to be emancipated. Oh no, the glitter on this is so chunky. She has tried to emancipate with evidence and received no true help. She has just begged for help on the internet, and no one cares. And she has posted the evidence, so it's not like there's nothing there. I'm assuming just because her parents have a lot of money, they have a good lawyer and will not let this daughter get emancipated. I'm assuming also that Claudia does not have a stable income, and that's probably one of the legal reasons why she's not getting the help that she needs. But I am worried. God, am I so worried. This child basically begged for help. She begged for someone to help her, and no one was able to do it, and no one was able to get her out of this situation. She even had to like retract everything that she said, and she was like, oh my god, I forgot about this part. She, in the videos, she was like, please don't talk about this anymore, like we want this to like go away. However, the night before, when she had found out about her mom, posting her pictures on Twitter, she had started commenting in Morse code in a lot of the videos, basically stating, I like need help, someone help me, bring awareness to this, hold these people accountable, like I'm not okay. And then she was responding to comments the day after she posted the whole like, oh, I'm okay, like I love my mom, we fight like moms do, and looking off to the side, like basically not okay. After that, like she's responding to the comments basically stating, I'm okay, like don't worry about it, I'm fine, like I'm really, really okay. And she's just, you can tell she's not. You can just tell that child has been forced to post this, allegedly been forced to post this response. And I think that's a little concerning in it as well, that no one can help her. No one can get her the help that she needs. No one is bringing enough attention to this. I just, at this point, like, what is there to do? Like, I always end my videos stating like, oh, how can we hold people accountable? Like, how can we do this? This is a case for CPS. However, as you all know, CPS can be manipulated. CPS and the police can be seen an image that the rest of the world doesn't see. They need to see it for themselves. But if the mother is manipulating him, then nothing will be done. And I think that's concerning as well, that like they've seen the evidence and all like the close-ups and everything, and they're not helping. I'm frustrated at this point. Like, I am so frustrated. I just want this child to be safe. And again, I was one of the first people to hold Claudia accountable during the party during the pandemic. I was one of the first people to call her out on that. I was one of the first people to, call her out when she was talking about the police and how she just like didn't care if the police arrested her, how she said these things. But this situation is so much more than that, and I just want her out of there. Like, maybe that's why she ended up the way she is, like with partying during the pandemic, because she just wants to rebel against her family. Like, if you start thinking about it, you're just like, you deserve out of this. Like, no one deserves that. That's like the point I'm trying to get to, is like, no one deserves to be yelled at like that, be told that they were almost not alive. No one deserves to be told that that's the reason like why their dad left. Oh my god, I was just caught my eye out. No one, especially a kid. She is a child. And the fact that the mom took a picture of her private photo and allegedly posted it on the internet isn't okay either. And I truly hope that this woman gets charges put against her. And I know a lot of people are going to say that's wrong, like it was an accident, she was hacked. She took pictures of her daughter's phone, her daughter's private pictures. What mother does that? like, I'm getting heated here because a normal mother would sit their daughter down and have either a conversation with them and be like, this is why it's dangerous to have this. Like, it's not okay to take these pictures at such a young age. You being in the public image, like, these also could get posted on the internet. Like, it's not safe for you to even be taking of these pictures and then deleting them off the phone so that the child experiences some safety. Not screenshotting it behind the child's back, not informing them why it's negative, and basically treating them like it's a mess. The worst mothers of all would ground their child. Like, normal, the most normal thing a mother could do, like, if they were to, like, get a little more extreme, would be to delete the images and then ground the child and explain to them why it's wrong. But no. She went and screenshotted this behind the child's back and didn't tell them. So when the mother, who's also in the public eye, got hacked, the child was blindsided. Minor child. I get so heated with this because this is a kid who is in the public eye, who basically has begged for help and isn't getting the help that she needs. And I just feel so helpless. And I know a lot of people feel really, really helpless, but I think we need to just keep bringing awareness to this and keep talking about it and making sure that people are listening and knowing what's going on. The more people that are informed, the more people that are talking about it, the more that gets put on media, the more pressure that Claudia Conway gets. And yeah, that's my get ready with me. Let's talk about Claudia Conway, sip some tea. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Please go check out my other social media. Go check out my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Depop. Everything's listed down below in the little link tree. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching.